Hello, it's me again, Jeff Hayes, and I've got some more interesting things that go wrong in Durant, Oklahoma, or Oklahoma all in general. Of course, this today will be are these people at APS qualified to do their jobs? Do they have any actual life experiences that help them guide it? And I say no, they don't have any. The ones I've talked to act like people that aren't even qualified to be in the position they're in. They just don't care. See, now, adult protection services is basically, it's the people that are abused and neglected and stuff like this. Well, my mom isn't one of them, and I don't abuse or neglect or take advantage of my mom in any way. I look out for her, and I speak for her. I'm her advocate because I've known her all my life, and I know what she wants and what she doesn't. She even tells me. Now, she doesn't talk to the people at the hospital, or she doesn't talk to the people at any home or anything like that. She only feels comfortable at home where she should belong. Her mother lived till she was about 85, and my mom's going to turn 85 here shortly, so my mom doesn't have long to live. So she would rather spend her rest of her years, at home with family taking care of her. And I'm not from this Oklahoma place, and I don't abuse my family or my mother. So I don't understand what their problem is. Now here's my phone call. Now this is a transcription of it. I use that capture call, and it's for the hearing impaired. It doesn't always get things exactly right. Now this is a conversation earlier today on 05/22/2024. where we talked to this Katie individual. Now, these people don't investigate anything, and here they're trying to tell me what they think is good for my mom or what they want for my mom, but they're not asking my mom what she wants, and they say, well, she's not coherent. She is at home. Even her Maze Plus case manager can tell you that she'll actually talk to you and let you know that she's not absent-minded, or she's not lights around in nobody's home. She just won't talk to these people at the hospital or other because she considers them the enemy. She knows, and she's going to sleep now more at the hospital because she's pretty much giving up. And what these people want to do is condemn her to an existence and not a life. Me, I'm fighting for her right to be at home with her family, who take care of her so she can enjoy the rest of her days. And these people act like it's all about, what they want for her, not what she wants. And they're making all these excuses, these medical people. And I can prove you 10 times out of 9 that these medical people don't know what they're talking about when it comes to anything about my mom, because she won't tell them anything. She won't cooperate with them or anything. I know my mom. I've known her all my life. I even have a lot of friends, and she does too, that know that the lights aren't on and nobody's home. She's home, all right. She just won't talk to these people, and I don't blame her. After what I've seen them do to her, I wouldn't let nobody in this frickin' state touch me either until they get more qualified than what they are. As far as the APS people here, you'll notice I made some things in this caption call, but I said cat box, not cat boxes. It's not perfect, but it gets 99% of it right. But I would just APS, they're like kids out of a high school. Did you know to have a government job in Oklahoma, you don't have to have a bachelor's in the field that you're going to study? You can get a bachelor's degree in a culinary college and get a job at APS or at DHS or anywhere in Oklahoma. That's why the state's so screwed up. They don't require that your field of study is that of a job that you're going to get into. And that's why these people don't know anything about what they're doing. And they have no life experiences to base it on, to know what's right and what's wrong. And I'm serious. If they condemn my mom to this, they're not going to hear the end of me. I mean, I will definitely do my best to make sure that everything they do, it'll become public, and their decisions, and I'll talk to people, and these are some of the text messages. I'm serious about every one of them too. Now, I don't threaten these people, I don't threaten to hurt them or anything like that. I just let them know. Now Julia Swink, she's a freaking mess. She talked to one person and I got a video coming up on her and show you just what I mean about not being qualified to have her jobs. They're like witch hunters and stuff, and they don't understand anything about life. They think they're doing good, but it's like kids in a sandbox, and they're trying to tell adults what to do. But they're taking advice from other kids in the sandbox who are trying to soak up insurance money because that's what they want. They've been wanting to put my mom in a home and hide what the wrongs they've done to her since day one, after they realized that they screwed her head up. It caught them off guard when I told them, well, I've been roommates with my mom since 2012, and I talked to her that morning, and she wasn't screwed up that morning. It's just that when I picked her up from the hospital 4 days later, you guys fried her brain. And now she's being treated as it's her problem. Well, she's the victim here because of the system, because of the Dr. Badger and all these other people at Alliance Health Hospital and stuff that, they think they're the experts. If they were the experts, then why is their head scrambled? How come they didn't know better than to use morphine on a woman that has been telling them since the dawn of time, don't give me, has an adverse reaction to certain medications. So there's going to be several videos on that. People are going to be brought to, into the daylight. And these APS people are also, because they're not doing the job the way it's intended to be done. They're just they're witch hunting, trying to throw some authority around just to play like they're the, oh, we've got this over you. You're just like, why don't you actually go out and find some people that are actually being abused? Because remember, I didn't grow up here. I wasn't brought up. I don't abuse my mother or family. And if my mom didn't want me taking care of her, I wouldn't. And she even told me one night before, because earlier that day, one of the Mays nurses asked her if she remembered me, what my name was, and my mom was like, pretended that she didn't know. And then later on that night, when I went to kiss her on top of the head and tell her good night and tell her I love her, she stopped. She said, Jeff, I'm so glad you're taking care of me. And I made my mom a promise, and I plan on keeping it, regardless to what these idiots and these fools think. Because if they keep me from keeping my word, I guarantee you they'll regret ever knowing that I exist. Because I will be so into their business, and there'll be videos on there that they won't even be able to go anywhere without anybody knowing exactly. And I'll have the documentation to prove it too. I don't just put stuff up just to cry about it. And these people don't care if my mom's happy. They don't care if she spends the final days of her life being happy and being with family. They just want to soak the insurance and, have her just existing, not living, existing. Yeah, you can ask Campbell and Redmond what happened when they think. Because I don't consider I broke the law here. I've got 50 videos on YouTube that show that they broke the law, not me. Screwed old Campbell out of the Oklahoma federal judge position. Redmond had to retire. I understand she's now a judge, but anybody that's corrupt can be a judge in this state. This is a God-forsaken state with God-forsaken idiots in charge of it, and also have positions in certain departments that they shouldn't have no business being in because they just don't get it. That's the problem with this area around here in Oklahoma. There's too many people in the wrong positions, especially in your government and around a lot of these companies, that just don't get it. And that's why it's so screwed up around here. Hopefully you guys will get together and get this cleaned up, but that's not my problem. My problem is going to be busy making sure that these people do what's right by my mom. And if they don't, then I'm going to do them the same. I'm going to return the favor to them. I'm going to make sure that they're in the spotlight. So if they go for a job interview anywhere else outside this state, they won't be able to get a job at McDonald's for fear of the bad PR and the truth. Well, I hope this is, appreciate this. I'm sorry that you guys have to hear this, but I need to make this public to let people know what's going on. You guys have a nice day. No better than mine.